7 Natural Tips for an Easier Labor and Delivery. As we quickly approach my due date, I'm starting to kick up my labor preparation a bit because up until now I've done almost nothing. I've technically got about 4 weeks to go, but considering that my son arrived 3 weeks early, we are prepared for anything at this point. Although I have to admit, I'm hoping this one takes his or her sweet time. I'm in no rush. Because I'm delivering this baby in a new city this time around, I'm working with a new doula, and I thought I'd share the tips to prepare for labor that she shared with me at our most recent appointment. Many of these tips and supplements are ones I used during my last pregnancy, and I'd say they were effective, but some of them are new to me, too. Note, this post is not a substitute for medical advice, nor is it a prescription. You should always consult with your own doctor before making any changes to your diet or lifestyle. Around the 36 to 37 week mark, here's what I add to my routine to help encourage a better labor and delivery experience. Other than eating dates, walking, and squatting, which should be safe at any time during an uneventful pregnancy, I wouldn't start taking these extra supplements any earlier than 36 weeks just to make sure you don't accidentally encourage preterm labor. None of these supplements should be capable of inducing labor before you're ready, but I prefer to stay on the safe side. 1. Dates. Research has shown that women who consume 6 dates per day for 4 weeks prior to their estimated due date are more likely to go into spontaneous labor, have a shorter first stage of labor, and have a higher cervical dilation upon admission to the hospital when compared to women who did not consume any dates. 2. Red raspberry leaf tea. Red raspberry leaf tea is thought to help balance hormones and tone the uterus, possibly because it's high in vitamins A, B, C, and E, along with important minerals like magnesium, potassium, and calcium. According to this study, red raspberry leaf tea has been shown to shorten the duration of labor and may reduce the need for medical interventions, such as the need for C-sections, forceps, and vacuum births. I've heard anywhere from 3 to 4 cups of tea per day is recommended in the 3rd trimester, and I'm currently using this brand to make brewed iced tea. 3. Alfalfa. This is something that I did not take during my first pregnancy, but my doula and many midwives recommend it because it naturally contains high levels of vitamin K, which is essential for blood clotting, and therefore it might help to prevent postpartum hemorrhaging. If you'd prefer to skip a supplement, vitamin K can be found in dark leafy greens like kale, spinach, and collard greens, and you can also brew alfalfa as a tea. 4. Stevia. This recommendation was a shocker to me, as many of you know my negative experience with stevia in the past. According to my doula, she has seen women increase their amniotic fluid rather quickly by adding a drop of pure stevia to each glass of water they drink, and in some cases, they've been able to avoid induction due to low amniotic fluid using this method. I've only been able to find anecdotal evidence regarding this information, so I can't say for certain that it's proven, but I suppose it would be worth a shot if you're worried about low fluid levels. It's not currently a concern for my own pregnancy, so I'm not taking it, but I thought I'd pass along the tip. Do be sure to look for pure stevia, as many brands have added ingredients that are not ideal. 5. Squats. Squats are one of the best exercises you can do to prepare for labor, as they can create more room for your baby to enter the birth canal. The American Pregnancy Association recommends squatting during labor because it can open your pelvic outlet by 10%. I did my fair share of squats using Physique 57 workouts during my last pregnancy, and my doula recommends aiming for 300 squats a day, if you want an easier birthing experience. One word of caution: if your baby is breech, you might want to avoid squatting as it could move them down into the birth canal in a non-ideal birthing position. Towards the end of your pregnancy, you might want to make sure that baby is head down before committing to too many squats. 6. Walking. Not only is walking a great low-impact workout for moms in general, but it's also thought to help move your baby down into your cervix towards the end of pregnancy. Walking may also help to stimulate the release of oxytocin, the hormone that helps trigger and regulate contractions, so many moms nearing or past their due date might want to increase their walking to help naturally move labor along. 7. Positive affirmations. There were times that I felt pretty silly listening to positive pregnancy affirmations during my first pregnancy. I used the ones from Hypnobabies while prepping dinner each night, but after my first laboring experience, I swear by them. At the time, I felt like they weren't doing anything for me, but when labor actually arrived, I didn't actually feel like I was in pain. I'd describe my contractions as uncomfortable, but not painful, and I think that's in large part because of the mentality I had going into it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more.